All right, everybody. Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads, and we're going to have a phenomenal call today on how to leverage different PDF guides. And if somebody wants to remind me, let's talk about how you can use a custom guide, because I know a lot of people like to create custom guides as well, and you can actually advertise those through Listings to Leads. I'm going to give you some great ideas of things to do with them. So go ahead and let me know that you're good to go. Let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know if you're a client or not. If you're not a client, welcome. Love to have you with us. You're going to learn some cool things either way. So I'm going to say log in or start your free trial now. And if you want to do this with me, Will Smith, good to see you, buddy. Sherry, awesome. Good to see you. All right. Kimberly Olson down there in Lakeland, Florida. Don't the Detroit Tigers have spring season down there in Lakeland? Or is it the Yankees? Somebody. I always feel like Karen Arlick, the home of Kelly Wheeler in Claremont, Florida. Karen, do you know Kelly Wheeler? All right, Teresa, good to see you. Thank you. Beautiful Myrtle Beach. Robin down there in Fort Worth. Awesome. Good to see you. Margie as well. Myrtle Beach. That's a beautiful area. I almost thought about moving to South Carolina. I mean, I love South Carolina, but a little too hot and humid for me. But it is beautiful. My gosh. All right. Well, the cool thing about the U.S., there's so many beautiful areas here, huh? In the U.S., I mean, my gosh, there's so many beautiful, around the world. My God, I've traveled quite a bit and beautiful places everywhere. All right, we good to go? So, we're going to be talking about PDF guides, and I just posted in the mastermind group. Let me go ahead and pop this in here because I'm sure some of you may not be in here. Oop, thought I heard somebody. All right, now I'm going to show you something here that I just did. Give me a second here. Boom, there we go. All right, share. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Just ping me on Facebook. Yeah, just ping me on Facebook, and we'll figure something out for sure. So check this out. The Tigers. Yeah, I'm originally from Flint, Michigan. So, yeah, Detroit Tigers. All right, so check this out. I just dropped these two images. Well, I dropped four. Two for sellers, two for buyers. They're essentially the same thing, except one's vertical, like the one we're looking at. So this is great for Instagram stories. Thinking of buying a home, mortgage rates are dropping. Excuse me. Thinking of selling your home. All right, this is from today. 15-year fix is at 5.38%. All right. National averages near 3-year lows. All right. Absolutely awesome. And what I did, check this out. So this is Instagram. And see where it says a free a first-time home buyer's guide. And if you click it, and this is my Instagram stories, it goes to a landing page where you can download the guide. And I've got another one, thinking of selling your home. And again, you click it, you tap it on your Instagram stories, boom, go to a PDF guide. You can do this. I could use a landing page. So for example, I could use, get a list of price reduced homes for sale. I could use a single property website, right? You can do this with listings. You can even do polls, right? Polls are kind of cool to do as well. We talk about that with listings also. I got a quick video for those of you that don't know how, let me turn that off, that don't know how, who here knows how to do a link in a story on Instagram? Let me know if you know how to do a link, how to add a link. So this is my screen share of my phone. Let me just play it real quick. So you're going to upload the photo. Let me back up. You're going to upload the photo to Instagram stories. All right. So I've uploaded the photo, and if you can see along the top here, there's the X, there's the @ symbol, like the capital A, small a. Then right next to that, just to the left of the music, it is the stickers. So tap stickers, all right, and this menu will appear. Boom, right there. And notice there's one called link. All right, so tap link. And what I do is I text myself whatever it is I want to link to. So if I want to link to a landing page for a PDF guide, like you're going to see here, either I log in to listings to leads on my phone, or if I'm on my laptop, I'll just send it to myself via, text message from my laptop to myself, go to my phone, and then I get it like you're going to see here. So where it says add link, I'm going to pop over here. This is the landing page from listings to leads. I'm just going to copy the link, go back into Instagram, paste it. Then I click customize text. Let me just back up. So it says customize sticker text. So I'm going to tap that. And then I'm going to go back to, well, and this is a little bit brutal. I took a little bit longer than I should have to do this part of it. But I'm just going to, here, let's just give it a second here. So I put free guide in all capitals. Sometimes trying to spell is the hard part. I put the little symbol, just so it kind of stands out a little bit. I went back to the landing page, and you're going to see I tapped on and highlighted 25 factors, like the title of the guide, and I copied it, came back into Instagram, pasted it, hit done, and now we got the link. So then what I did, let me go ahead, I can minimize this, and let's go back and take a quick look at it one more time. When I uploaded the image to Instagram, I played with it a little bit on my phone to shrink it. The video that we were just watching, the image was almost like too big, right? Oh, all right, hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to find music now. All right, we're good. So I adjusted the image a little bit, and then it left me some space at the top where the links fit perfectly, because I didn't want to put the link inside of the image here. So after I uploaded the image to Instagram, I used my thumbs to just kind of make it a little bit smaller so it fit into the space a little bit better. And same thing right here. So I did free pointer, right? Pointing, and 25 factors that impact your home value. So somebody on Instagram stories, they see that, they can tap it, visit link, and they go to the landing page where they can download the guide. And it's the same exact thing here. All right. So these two images are in the mastermind group right here. I will actually give you the direct link. And where's the link to the guides? You'll see it right here. And we're literally gonna walk through that live right now. But I did put a screenshot. So in listings to leads, click the PDF guide tab. That's what we're going to be doing today. And just whatever guide you want. You don't have to do the two I did. You can do whatever you want. And there's so many different permutations on this. And it literally takes you like a minute, right? You got the image, got a link, get it up, you're off and running. So take a look at that. I put the link to this post, and you're going to see here also, if you scroll down a little bit, there is one for like a Facebook post. So buyer lead post for your socials, copy the text and image and go ahead and post it. All you got to do is just copy this, copy it, go to your Facebook page, right, in a different tab, paste it in there. And then with this image here, you can do this and you can either do copy image and paste it into the post, or you could save it to your computer and then upload it, whatever you want to do. Also, let me show you one other really cool little thing. I can take that, check this out. I can take this, copy image, and I'm going to show you. Let's say one of you is with Remax. All right. And I'm just using Remax because it's obviously a different color scheme. Please redo this image in the brand colors of, and whatever company you're with, Remax Real Estate. And ChatGPT, with a great update they did to their image engine, I'm telling you, it is. I like it better than Gemini. Whatever AI program that you want to use, I don't care. Whatever you think is best for you. You may have a paid subscription with something, Claude, Manus. Is it Manus? I believe. Chat. I got a few different ones I use. I just end up always going right back into Chat GPT for the most part. Although I use a few different ones for different things. Do you have time to show how to do a poll? Yeah. Do I have time to show how to do a poll? Let me see if I can find that video. You know, John, I got a link. I'll check this out. I'll show you a link in a second. And let's see here. I mean, I guess we don't need to wait for this, but let's just see how it looks. All right, come on. Here we go. All right, it's producing. Let's see if we got Remax colors. And again, John, you're with Lake Norman Realty, right? Here we go. Thinking of buying a home, mortgage rates near 3-year lows. Beautiful. You know, if I want to change it to, different looking people, if I want to change the text down here. So, I just like to show that because a lot of people don't realize, I don't even need Canva. I can just do all of this right here, right? And make it however I want. And I can say, make it more whatever, right? And get a little bit more of a unique image, but with the same language around it. All right. Now, real quickly for the poll, and we can do this. I'm just going to go to listingstoleads.com/open house. And John, if you scroll down to, in fact, I'll put the link in here. How to do Instagram stories with polls and links. Click here. But essentially it's the same thing, right? You're going to go right into the stickers like we did for the link, but instead of clicking link, you're going to select poll. All right. And then you're going to see, for example, on this page right here, all right, on this page right here, I've got examples for listings. And check this out. So I got a poll, looking to buy a home in the next 12 months. All right. And notice, yes, send me home buying guide. No, I need to sell my home. And that link right there is going to my property website. I've got another one here of a kitchen. And notice this, 6 things, get the guide, 6 things to check before buying a home. So I got a link and I've got a poll. Is this kitchen your vibe? And I've actually got, here's a little video clip. All right, open house in Folsom. I got a little video clip of the property right there. Oh, let me go back. And again, to the property website. And again, another poll. Another open house. And then here I got a link, free ultimate guide to buying a home download. Visit link. Boom. There's a landing page. And here's the poll. How would you use this space? So yeah, take a look at that video. Super easy to do. And last thing I'm going to mention here before we get kind of into, although, hey, the thing I just showed you, but if new open house cheat sheet, if I click there and here, open house mastery, 7-day calendar, click here. I think it's right here. Oh no, here we go. Instagram, TikTok, open house campaign Monday through Sunday. I'll give you this link as well. So in this one right here, I literally give you poll questions and answers. So day one, poll question and answer. And I even give you like a sample link, what link to use. Because for every listing that you're marketing, every day you can do a different story for that listing. It could be open house, it could be just listed, it could be active, right? Just grab a different photo or grab a little video clip like you saw in the examples I gave you. So poll number one, right? Front exterior curb appeal, or yeah, story number one. I'm going to do the front of the house, and I've got a poll. You can use it verbatim, or you can just use it as a reference. And then I got like what link, and I even show you where to find that link. So in this case, for the property website. On the second day, right? Picture of the kitchen. Here's the poll, and here's the link I selected. And again, it's a PDF guide. That's what we're covering today. So this is completely in line with today's training on how do we use these guides to engage people. Well, what if we pair it up with the marketing of a listing? All right. So if somebody wants to, buy a property, they may want to get one of your guides, and you've got, 40 plus PDF guides for buyers. You could use this with your own. All right. And then story number three, I got the living room, main living area. Here's the poll. Here's the link I recommend. Story number four, primary bedroom, or maybe another feature of the house. All right. Here's the poll. Here's where to find the link. Story number five, backyard, outdoor area. Here's the poll, right? Here's the link I recommended. And you can do this for pending. You can do it for just sold, right? You can do it for, any listing at all. Yes, the replay will be on our YouTube channel. I'll show you where that is in a minute. So let me give you this link as well. But yeah, I would endeavor to do a story every single day where you're integrating a link and a poll together. All right. Because people want information. They want to see, they want to get information. So a picture of the house, an image like the one that I just shared with you about the rates at 5.38 for the 15-year and 6.06 for the 30. So that's great information. So every day you should be trying to post a story. Sometimes they can be video clips. It could be a little video of the park. All right. And you could say, Mott Park in Flint, Michigan is a beautiful park with a lot of great homes around it. Click here to view homes in and around Mott Park, or click here to get my ultimate guide to buying a home. All right. Does that make sense? So there are so many ways of incorporating, all right, these guys, and this is all free. This is absolutely free way to do it. And so, yeah, take a look at that link I just put in there. Click on it, open it up, save it, and then come back to it later. Where is that day-to-day outline you were just going through? It's that link above, Kim. It's that link above. Let me just make sure. Yeah. So the link above here in the, in fact, you know what I'll do? I will, and the images are in the Facebook Mastermind group. All right. So the images are in the Facebook Mastermind group. And I will post this, and I will just say, there's the link. And let me put a title with it, and let's get back into it. So Instagram stories. And so, but again, it's what a phenomenal way to be able to leverage the different PDF guides that we've got in listings to leads in a way that is free, and there's no payment at all. So here we go. Just click on this right here in the mastermind group, and that will open up to that. All right. All right, let's get into it. When you log into listings to leads, make sure you join us on our Zooms for expired listings and seller leads. We got a few other emails, and if anybody's interested in Google ads done for you, you can click here and get more information. But let's go past that. Let's go ahead and click on the PDF guide. In fact, let me show you something real quickly here. Did you know that listings, so every listing of yours, has the PDF guides in them. So check this out. When I click view, that's going to go to my property website. All right, so I got my property website. I don't know why I got the Christmas theme. I'll turn that off here in a minute. All right, so I got the beautiful Christmas theme. I got a video. I got a 3D tour. All right, professional photos. My 100-point home marketing plan, and boom, look at that. So, and I think you can actually select which guides you want. I don't know that I would, waste too much time on that because we got the more popular guides in here. But check this out: 25 factors that impact your home value, and I can download it. And when somebody goes to download the guide, do you own a home? Yes. Do you need to sell before you move? Yes, I do. Continue, boom, and I can literally download the guide right here. You will get a lead notification that I just downloaded your guide. It'll let you know what I put here. It'll let you know what I put there. And I think there's a couple of buyer guides and a couple of seller guides by default. So that is automatically in every single property website. Now, let me go and edit it. I'm going to go to appearance, and I'm just going to turn off the holiday theme. Oh, nope. It's under market listing. Sorry. Here we go. And activate. Let me turn that off. It's a little bit late for holiday themes, I think. There we go. Perfect. All right. Awesome, huh? So yeah, those guys, we use those guides in a lot of different places. All right. We use, and they're even on the client review website. Check this out. Client reviews. And if I view my client review website, all right. So scottpierce.amazingclientreviews.com. And I got my Google reviews, my testimonial tree, my Zillow, all of those can come in automatically. I can add listings manually to this. There's a 100-point home marketing plan that is here automatically. And it's all, these are all, everything's branded to you. So all of these guides have your logo, your picture, your colors, and right there, boom. I can download new construction. Do you own a home? Yes, I do. Right? Just like we did before. So I like to show this to you because, again, we use these guides all over the place. All right. Without you even doing anything. Another great place we use the guides is under follow-ups. So if you activate the email follow-up with listings to leads, you're going to see here that we got an English and Spanish, seller follow-up, buyer follow-up. You could even take this and drop it into your own CRM. So you could copy these emails, drop them into your CRM if you want to. But if I click on, for example, seller lead follow-up, we follow and we get great feedback on our follow-up. The follow-up for both the seller and the buyer, every other email will have a guide being offered. So, for example, free guide, inexpensive ways to increase your home value. And literally people just click and it downloads the guide right from the email with no landing page. And you're going to get notified that Scott Pierce just downloaded your guide, how to increase your home value the most for the least money. Most of them are kind of like between, 7 and 10 pages. Some of them are a tiny bit shorter, like this one. Some are longer. And then you're going to see here in the next email, it's super short. So we alternate for both buyer and seller follow-up. The seller follow-up, it's guide, short email with a really quick question, usually guide, another short email with a quick question, guide. And so it kind of rotates that way. And then same with the buyer, follow-up, except we use the buyer guides and buyer related questions. All right. So the follow-up also uses our guides. And again, that will be your colors, your branding, right? So if you're with, again, just using the Remax example for no particular reason, it would be red and blue versus what I've got right there. And you can customize these. And so let's go to guides. And Robin. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, dude. Please ping me. Yeah, definitely ping me. Yeah, I'm on a Mac too. I'm on a MacBook Pro. If you're talking about the one in here, all you got to do, right click, copy image. All right. And then if you're going to do a social media post, like for example, on yours, like let's say I go to my personal profile, I can just paste it in there just like that. Yeah. You know what? That's a great question, Sherry. Awesome. I love it. Yeah. I'll make sure I'll discuss that. All right. So a first time home buyer's guide. Real quickly, one more thing. Settings. Um, I've got Facebook registration off. Name, email, show phone field for buyer guides. I've got that off. Show phone field for seller guides. I've got it turned on. Make it required. Show the address field for the seller guides. Right. Time frame to buy, sell. CRM lead source, my tags. All right. Some, for seller, for buyer. So a couple of quick settings. The autoresponders, you don't need to worry about this. It's all set up for you. You don't need to even touch it. That tag is where it says report link. That's going to be the actual image linked. So, don't delete that because then they won't get it. So, and notice it says restore default. So if you mess it up, you can always click restore default. All right. iframe. Oh, this is like I think it's like custom code. Yeah, copy code. So I can take this to my website. I can drop it on a blog, or I can put this, a lot of different places. In fact, I would definitely put this on my website as a custom page. Some of you may have seen. I'm not gonna get into it too much, but I'll point it out to you. Check this out. Talking about embedding things into your website. This is really, really powerful. Check this out. Who has put the 100 plus point home marketing plan video on their website? Show me your link. So we had a few people show me their link. And one of them in particular, this guy right here, John Blaze, did a fantastic job. So let me go to his homepage. So here's his homepage. Now, if you're a seller, you may click on sellers, home value, 100-point home marketing plan, right? All these great things. And this video is from his Listings to Leads account. It's in the media library. I'll show you where it is a little bit later. And all of these people, they essentially copied the text I gave them. They edited it a little bit. And he's got here, ready to make your Southwest Florida, copy, click below. And that's the landing page from Listings to Leads. And now people can actually download they actually don't download the guide. What they do is they get the flip book version of it. So it's, but then he gets the lead notification letting people know, or letting him know when somebody downloads the guide. But isn't that awesome? And then he could also do that with the embed code here and offer seller guides, buyer guides at his website where maybe he doesn't have access to guides otherwise. Right? Isn't that pretty cool? So take a look at that as well. That's all. There's a separate one for seller guides only. And I can literally select which seller guides do I want to offer? Which buyer guides do I want to offer? And so I could have, just like John had, he had a tab for sellers on his website. So he could come here, grab a few of the seller guides, offer them at his website. And then he's got also a buyers tab on his website. And he can do the same thing with the buyers. All right. It's just creating a custom page. Ask your website support for help if you need it. But that's just another fantastic way of leveraging these guides. Oh, we got to change that to 2026. We'll get that done. All right. Now, for specific guides, though, who here's got an open house this weekend? I'm going to click on marketing tools. Now, we'll walk through a couple. Now, we've already gone through a number of different free ways of using this, haven't we? We can use it in a Instagram story. We use them you can use them in the follow-ups. You can take them and embed them at your website so that your website has more value offers. And then you got a PDF guide. I'm sorry, a Facebook and Instagram ad. So there's a objective. We'll default to lead ad. Now, one thing, let's do a lead ad, and then I'm going to do a video view. So for lead ad, this is something I would do if I've got more budget. All right. For buyers, I like to do, because you can do custom ads and listings to leads, to an IDX page at your website. You could offer price reduced homes for sale with a landing page. So I'm only a fan of the paid ads with the PDF guides if you've got a lot of budget. All right. But if you're watching your budget, I would do you can use the IDX with listings to leads, or use price reduced, down payment assistance, marketing listings. All right. I like those all better because the guides for buyer leads, they're going to average around $10 a lead versus $5-6 a lead for price reduced or IDX, and $3 to $5 for listings. All right. Like for example, Adrian, Petra, Robin, you've all got an open house. I would spend my money marketing the open house, and then of course using the tools in listings to leads to engage people at the open house. All right. Hopefully that all made sense. But to do a lead ad with this, I'll leave it as lead ad. Right. We brought Facebook into listings to leads, so there's no need to go to the ads manager. We've got special housing ad category. We've got the 15-mile default. We got the privacy policy. We got everything. 35 is too low. You're going to want to be at least at $10 a day. It'll start and end in 1 week. I can change the image, video for the ad. All right. We got different things that you can see. As you can see, we got different options, or you can upload a video or image yourself. And under advanced options, now check this out. And this is true for every ad in listings to leads, what I'm going to show you next. And that is, a Facebook lead ad, name, email, and phone number are default. Well, with listings to leads, we have added 3 other questions. There's an option of 25 other questions that you can add to the ad. Add to the ad. Hopefully that made sense. So check this out. Super easy. Click advanced options. All right. So again, advanced options, open it up, create new form. Essentially, we're going to edit the form. And I want to edit the questions. So check this out. This is so powerful. Why this is so powerful is because when we collect more information from our leads, our follow-up will address and affirm the replies to our questions, making our follow-up and our engagement much, much higher, 2 to 3x higher. So check this out. So we got name, email, and phone number. Don't touch that. Leave it alone. But I'm going to scroll down and notice there's all these questions that you can select. But I got, what is your time frame to buy is default. Would you like my ultimate guide to buying a home? That's by default. I'm going to turn that off. And the last one by default is, do you have a home to sell? All right. But now check all these other questions out. I can ask, I can turn on. Now, again, I only want 3 in addition to name, email, and phone number. So we got name, email, and phone number. That's default. You can add 2 to 3 more. Don't go more than 3. So I've got, do you have a home to sell? I like that one. If this was new construction, right? Would you like me to send you current builder incentives or specials? That's a great one for new construction. What's most important to you in your next home? Would you like to be notified when similar listings hit the market? Right, that's more for a listing, obviously. See if you qualify for 0 down or down payment assistance. I'm going to select, would you like a list of price reduced homes for sale? So I'm going to select that one. And I'm also going to drag it above, what's your time frame? And so now I got a first-time home buyer's guide. Now, actually, you know what? For this one, I'm going to turn off do you have a home to sell? Why? Because this particular PDF guide is for first-time home buyers. So if you're a first-time home buyer, you probably don't have a home to sell, do you? But you know what I am going to do? I am going to add another question. And the other question I'm going to add is going to be, would you like down payment assistance? Because that's a great one to engage people with. And especially if you got a lender, maybe you get your lender to pay for some of the ad. All right. If you got a lender, show your lender what you're up to and just say, hey, if you pay for half of my ad, for every person that says yes to see if you qualify for zero down or down payment assistance, I will send you their information directly. Does that make sense? So that's a great question. All right. And so again, I got, would you like a list of price reduced homes for sale? What is your time frame to, in fact, I'm going to move this one up. Why? Because it's going to get people more excited. Boom. I'm going to click create form. And then I'm just going to close advanced options. I don't need to see it anymore. Activate autoresponder. Don't need to touch it. It's all set up. It's good to go. And create ad. Beautiful. Now you can do that for open house ads. You can do it for just listed, pending, just sold. Any ad that's going for seller leads, all those questions are going to be different because the questions for seller leads are going to be appropriate for seller leads. All right. Hopefully that should make sense. No, you don't worry about adding the lender's link. Well, you could add it in the autoresponder, right? So in the autoresponder, you could do that. So when we were in the create ad area there, Sherry, I know it's a little tight on the autoresponder. I apologize, but I could, this report, yada, yada, yada. So, I can edit this however I want. If you are not pre-qualified and want to get the lowest rate possible on your home loan, right? Whatever. And then just put a link, just drop in the link or, highlight and click the link like that. Either way, you could do it, right? Make sense? All right. Next up we have is Google Ads. So Google Ads can be phenomenal, right? You're going to want to spend about 15 to 20 bucks a day for Google Ads. So where we're at $10 a day for Facebook ads. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me show you one more thing. For a great use of the guides with ads, video views with a custom audience, all right, and retargeting. So if I go video views, and I'm telling you, there's a lender I know, and he is now running video ads where it's him, right? Where it's him, and he's just talking. He's generating leads at $1 a lead. Oh my gosh, it's so good. But check this out: video views, and I'm gonna do retargeting and a custom audience. I just had one of the top agents in the country tell me, he's like, Scott, he goes, I love using listings to leads for the custom audiences and retargeting because he's like, it is so easy. So check this out. Before I do budget, I'm going to do advanced options again. And you see where it says enter your custom audience? Well, if you've got a database of buyer leads, or if you've got, whatever CRM, right? So all of these buyer leads, all of your contacts, you can upload them as a custom audience into Facebook. You could do a custom audience for buyer leads. You could do a custom audience for seller leads. And then you could do an entire, like everybody in one audience. Does that make sense? In listings to leads, if you click ads, there's a button called create audience that you can select, right? So check this out. I got retargeting checked. And if I don't have a custom audience, I could just do retargeting. But if I got a custom audience, I can select it. I'm gonna go ahead and reclose advanced options. But check this out. I'm going to go to daily, $2 a day, create ad. So I can go video views. I can use our video, or I can, and I think you can do this with traffic as well. But I like the video is really cool, because then with video, if they watch 3 seconds of the video, they will be added to your retargeting audience automatically. So in Listings to Leads, we automatically create retargeting audiences for you. Now you can do it in Facebook, you can do it wherever you want, but we also do it. All right. And so now this ad right here is going to be $2 a day to a custom audience that I selected. It's going to be a retargeted ad. So, people that have re-engaged in the past are going to see it. And I'm only spending $2 a day. Awesome. All right. So I apologize for kind of bouncing back and forth a little bit there, but I do like to show, because there's a lot of people that love to do the retargeting. They like to do the $2 a day thing there. And they got a custom audience. And a little bit later, if you want to remind me, in fact, I'll show you right now. I'll just open this up in a new tab. And I'm just going to show you that button, create audience. So I can upload a CSV file. So if you got Follow Up Boss, if you got Lofty, if you got Constant Contact, if you got, whatever, get that CSV file, format it for the formatting is right here. You can literally use ChatGPT or some AI program, upload your file, and just say, hey, can you format this for me to use as a Facebook custom audience? And it will know what to do. It'll format it perfectly for you. And then you click here, you upload that file, and it can take anywhere from 10 minutes to a few days, depends on what's going on with Facebook. And they're going to attempt to match emails, phone numbers, names. If you upload 1,000 people, they'll probably get 600 to 700, maybe 600 to 800, depending. So they won't get everybody, but it'll get quite a few of them. So let's go back to the guides. All right, so we got Google Ads. So as I mentioned before, for the Google Ads, you're going to want to spend about $20 a day, 15 to 20 minimum. So I'll do Roseville. The landing page link is automatic. The text is automatic. Everything is customizable. And I think I can, yeah. So if I got a different link I want to send this to, I can do that as well. So there's a lot of customization you can do here. I'll change that to 20. And it's going to run for 1 week by default. I can change that to a month. I can do it, whatever I want to do. And I'll show you advanced options, just because if you're into doing Google Ads, you got keyword access, you got the audience segments, you got headlines, you've got the descriptions, you got the site links, right? You got all of this stuff available to you. Bidding strategy. So there's a lot of stuff under here under advanced options. If you're not familiar with Google, I wouldn't get into that too much, or go ahead and just get with us and we can do Google Ads for you. All right, so that's Google. And of course, Google is great because, people are literally searching for it. Your ad shows up, they click it, and then you get the lead. So, Google can be phenomenal. It's just, again, you're going to be looking at 15 to 20 bucks a day minimum. And I just don't want people to, what I don't want you to do is get too far involved with a lot of paid things and be broke in the next 3 to 4 weeks. All right. So, all right. Social media post. Completely editable. Phenomenal. I can schedule this. I can post it. Post now. I can change the headline. I can change the description. Again, I can change the media. Now, the one thing for the social media post, you can't do a video with the post via the API like you can with an ad. So if I do first time home, that should bring up all the images available. right? First time home buyer's guide, first time home buyer's guide, right? Whatever. And I can even upload a custom one from Canva if I wanted to. All right. So, and that's going to go, that would, you can connect Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, and Google. In fact, you know what? I'm telling you what, this is something I want to do more training on this one. For your Google, I'm going to give you something. You're going to be thankful you are on this call. Google Business. I've been meaning to get to this for a while and I keep forgetting. All right. The YouTube videos. How to use Google Business Profile. Yes. Perfect. I'm going to give you all this link because this is another great application for the PDF guides. And essentially, right, check this out. It's really well written. And you can take the guides and upload them into your Google business page as a product. So take a look at this post. In fact, I'm going to bump it right now. Bump. Let's make sure we are doing this. All right, so that'll bump it up to the top again. And I'm going to put this link right here. But this is just another phenomenal use case for these guides on your Google page. All right. But now this is just a post. So it's a different application. The one I just shared with you in the link right there in the post that we were looking at in the Facebook mastermind group, that is, so when people go to your Google business page, they would see, along the top, like, download my ultimate guide to selling a home, or download my ultimate guide to buying a home, right? Separately, this right here would just be a post up on your Google page. The posts they're eventually scroll down. So you want to do both. Okay. You want to do both. And I've had really good feedback from people about Google that it really helps their Google ranking when they use these tools on Google from listings to leads. So make sure you're doing that. Short form video script. These in listings to leads, you've got over 80 guides. All right. John, are you still here? Let me know, John, if you're still here or not, let me know. I've known people in the past, they do 4 to 5 videos a week using our scripts to promote the guides. So we walked through how to use the image talking about interest rates and include a link to a guide. We talked a little bit about I showed you open houses, right? Doing an open house story with a link to the PDF guide. But you can also do just a regular video of you, right? You talking, in the Instagram story, in the Instagram reel, in TikTok, as a YouTube short, where you're using the script to offer the guide. And I know people that they do like 4 or 5 of these a week, because with over 80 different guides in our system, if you do 5 a week, that is 16 weeks of content. That's 4 months, right? 4, 8, 12, 16. Yeah, that's 4 months. So if I were to start today, let's just say January 15th, which it is perfect. February, March, April, May. Starting May 15th, right? Is that right? January to February, February to March, March to April, April to May. Yeah. So starting May 15th, right? I would essentially be starting at square one again. No one is going to remember what I did 4 months ago. So this is absolutely a phenomenal way to increase your engagement, to increase your lead gen, to increase your branding up on all your socials. And it is so easy. We give you every single PDF guide has a script that you can use. And it gets really, you can do it in your car. You can do it at a property. You could be at a cafe. You could be walking the dog. You could be making dinner. So it's a 2-minute thing. And then you upload it to, Instagram, you upload it to TikTok. If you could upload it to an Instagram reel. And then I would also maybe redo it as a story and then maybe include a link to the actual guide in the story. You could do add polls to the video that you do with the short form video script, but use the short form video scripts. All right. Nobody's got infinite money, right? Nobody's got infinite money. You don't have infinite time either. This is one of the easiest, best, great ways of hitting so many great buttons, right? Engagement, branding, leads, but also just getting you better at doing videos in a way that is super, super simple. All right. You don't need to overthink it. You don't need to overcomplicate it. You don't even need a teleprompter. If you do, there's a blue button to click, how to use a teleprompter app, or I'll walk you through how to use a free download app from Google and Apple. If you just click it, I literally walk you through this. All right. And I would really, if I was your coach, I would require you to do 5 of these a week. All right. 5 guides a week. Why? Because, for example, one of our clients used the probate guide and she got a deal. I mean, how niche is probate? All right. We got a guide for both buying and selling probate. And somebody in her audience, their parents died or somebody had died just recently, and the home was in probate. She did a video talking about using the probate guide script, and she got a listing from it because people are like, holy crap, like somebody knows about probate. She doesn't have to be an expert about probate, but she can bring in somebody. If she's not, I don't know if she is or not. Maybe she is. All right. Does that make sense for everybody? So if I'm your coach, and you should start paying me more money, all right, I want you to do 5 of these videos a week. Start doing 5 a week. It literally takes 2 minutes to do a video. Turn your phone on, record the video. Don't judge yourself, and just get it done. E-flyer for your database. You can copy this into Lofty, copy it into Follow Up Boss, copy it, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. All right, send test email. And I'm sorry. Let me open up my email in my other monitor. I was blanking out there for a second. Let me pop in it fully editable. So if I can edit whatever I want in here. But check this out. What's really cool about these is, again, there's no landing page. Boom. It's just going to download the guide right here. Right? Here's the guide. 8 pages, all branded to you. All right. Beautiful. And then you get a lead notification letting you know, hey, Scott Pierce just downloaded your guide. You can, if you want to take it to your CRM, what I recommend you do is just click in here and just copy it. And we'll kind of model it out real quickly here. So go to your CRM and go to wherever you're going to, set it up as a template, set it up as part of a campaign, set it up as a one-off first time home buyers guide or fulsome home buyers. You can use AI to come up with, the perfect headline, and then just paste it in. I got my signature. That'll work, right? I'll send myself a test email out of my CRM just to make sure it's good to go, and send that out to people. All right, so let's get that out. And then what you're going to want to do, now, obviously, a first-time homebuyer's guide, I'm going to send it to my buyer leads. I'm not going to send that to seller leads. I'm going to send this to my buyer leads, and then I'm going to call up some of my buyer leads. So every single guide has an email and a script. Then I'm going to call some of them up, and I'm just going to say, let me come back into my Q&A here just to make sure we're good. So then I'm going to call you up and I'll say, hey, Sherry, Scott here at Listings to Leads, and I just sent my new guide, a first-time homebuyer's guide that helps out with the home buying process. I just want to make sure that you got that with the way the market is now. That's it. I'm doing a service. I'm doing a customer service call to make sure you got that email. All right. And it's also going to help, remind you that I did send it, or maybe if you didn't see it, then you might ask me about it or go find it if you're interested. Now, if you've got no interest in it, you're not going to care. You won't care. But it's part of it being a numbers game, staying in front of people game. Maybe they're not looking to buy right now, but they're going to buy in 6 months or 6 years or 3 years or whatever. I don't want that person in my database to think I'm ignoring them. All right. Living via email. All right. That's good. But calling people once in a blue moon with a nice customer service type of phone call like this can do all the wonders for you to make sure these people, you don't lose them. All right. I don't want, I want to make sure you are going to refer people to me. I want to make sure that you think about me when it comes to real estate. So not only am I going to drop you an email like probably half a dozen other agents are, I'm also going to try to make sure I call you, depending on the size of my database, at least once a quarter or once every couple of months. All right. So use the script. Call, even if you only call 5 people, that's 5 people that you probably didn't call last week. All right. If for seller leads, so these are for buyer leads, so you don't need to worry about that. But if they do own a home, you can reference this. Now, for all of you with a open house this weekend, I highly recommend download the PDF or JPEG, probably PDF. So download this, and I don't have that one particular, but it's the same idea. Get an acrylic flyer holder. Right? We talk about this in our open house mastery. So get one of these and put this flyer. Now, we have a lot of ways to engage at the open house. So this is just one of a number of different things that we train on, so that when you get an open house, you actually get listings and buyers, unlike everybody else. But when people scan that QR code, and I'll share what a client shared with me just a week or so ago. So people can scan the QR code, the landing page comes up. All right. And if I've got a couple of different guides in an acrylic flyer holder, like this one right here, when people come through, right, sometimes they're gonna look at it. And so I could mention something along the lines of, if you'd like to get a copy of my first time homebuyers guide, go ahead and scan the QR code. Or if you like, I could just email or text it to you, right? If that would be more convenient. Because sometimes people don't want to pull out their phone and scan it. But I can create a conversation around it, right? And use that as a way to engage them, let them know I'm a good person. I'm not going to bite their heads off or pressure them into buying something. So I want to be cool about it. And then just make an offer, right? Would you like me to email that to you? And so I had a client, she wasn't even using these. She just had it laying on the table. And she said they are great for setting up conversations, because just like I set it up with you, people would sometimes she would reference them. So if somebody came through, she might say, I got a few different buyer guides. If you're looking to buy a home that gives out great information, you can go ahead and scan the QR code, or let me know if you'd like me to send them to you. Sometimes if she didn't have a chance to say that to the person, but she caught them looking at it and reading it, then she would approach them. Make sense? But it's phenomenal at an open house. Postcards and door hangers. We got download. So we got different sizes: EDDM, standard, jumbo, door hanger. For example, if you're using something like, Thanks.io or Mailbox Power, what I would do is this would be now a buyer PDF guide. I'm sorry, a buyer postcard or a buyer door hanger, not so much, but we've also got all those seller guides. I would use Mailbox Power, or Thanks.io, I think does it as well, and do a dynamic home image. So if with Mailbox Power, when I send out a postcard, I can do it where that's the homeowner's home, in the image and a dynamic QR code. So when they get the postcard, they see their home and they scan the QR code. I know immediately when they scan the QR code, even if they don't fill out the landing page. So it's a phenomenal way, excuse me, it's a phenomenal way to leverage direct mail. But again, I'm not going to do it for a buyer guide, but for all of the seller guides that we've got. Okay. And we got a QR code. So if I want to create a custom postcard, a custom flyer, a custom, whatever, I got the QR code right there in a few different formats. And we're not going to have time to do it because we are out of time already. But everything I just walked through, you can do for the seller guides as well. So the stories, the post, the ads, Google, Facebook, and Instagram, the print flyers. So if I do 25, for example, I mean, there's a whole tab here called seller, but 25 factors. And again, just like before, Facebook ads, Google ads, social media post. I got the short form video script. I got the e-flyer from my database. Got the database call script. I got the print flyers, postcards and door hangers, farm circle prospecting script, and a QR code. All right, are we good? All right. I want to see all of you Instagram stories. All right, you can do TikTok as well. Although TikTok doesn't allow for links anymore, which is kind of annoying. But in TikTok, you can do a poll, and so in TikTok here, let me see if I've got for the Instagram. I'm sorry, for TikTok. Let me see here. Yeah, maybe I know I got it somewhere. I'll look for it a little bit later. But yeah, on TikTok, you can do a poll. It's very similar to Instagram poll. And there's a video in here somewhere walking you through how to do that. Would you? Yeah, 100%. Oh, well, Karen, so we use Nextdoor more for, like, for example, for all of you that have an open house this weekend, let me go to my listings real quick. So if you got an open house, we got the social media post for the seller. And when we use that, so for example, all right, open house, market listing, share on seller social media. All right. We're going to send it to the seller. All right. Add their email, salutation, click send. We're going to be CC'd on the email. We're going to call the seller up. And we're going to do the same thing for the e-flyer as well. We're going to call the seller up, or we're going to say, hey, Sherry, Scott here. Want to let you know we got the open house coming up this weekend from 2 to 4 on Sunday. We got ads out. We got some social media posts out. We have a lot of other great things that we're going to be doing this weekend to get a lot of people there. I'm super excited. I also sent you a couple of things to share. One that you can post up to your Facebook page, and one to share via email, because you likely know people who know people that would love to buy a home in the area. And in this market, I don't want to leave any stones unturned. All right. And the seller's going to be like, oh, that's awesome. And I would say, if you belong to Nextdoor or any neighborhood Facebook groups, go ahead and post it there too. All right. Because as an agent, if I were to start throwing stuff into Nextdoor, you're going to get like bounced. All right. They're going to bounce you out of there because you're essentially selling. Now, if you belong, for example, Karen, if you belong to Nextdoor and you want to post a PDF guide, I would just be super chill on how I do it. Right? Does that make sense? Because otherwise you might get into trouble because you're promoting your business. But for sure, when it comes to a listing, we want the seller to do it, because for the seller, that's their home. And notice they're promoting me. So I'm going to be in front of all of the sellers, neighbors on Nextdoor, and the entire area on the Facebook pages, right? Because if I was selling my home, for example, I belong to like two minimum that I would post this to two different Facebook groups, right? Where all of the people are in there, yapping about what's going on in the, in the neighborhood. And so you would get so much bonus, so much benefit because what does this do? It's promoting you, promoting your brand. It links to the property website automatically. And as we saw earlier, not only does it have video capability, 3D tour, professional photos, I got a community video, right? All that. I got great lead capture, my 100-point home marketing plan. You get your home value, download PDF guides like we've been talking about today. So yeah, definitely get that to your sellers, and then they should put it on their Facebook page, but then they should also put it in Nextdoor and any other Facebook page, community neighborhood pages that they belong to. And just tell them, the more people we get this in front of, the better. And not every seller is going to do it, but you're going to get some sellers that are going to be like, all right, let me see if I can put it on like all 15 pages. Like, the one, for example, Auburn is about a half hour north, right? You're going to get some sellers they're going to be in Auburn, Lincoln, Folsom, El Dorado, Granite Bay, Roseville, Sacramento. They're going to do as many as they can. And you're going to be going like, I've heard of people getting over 2 to 3 dozen leads from one post that a seller did. So yeah, that's so powerful. So powerful. All right. We good? Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Get into the mastermind group. Make sure we take advantage of those images and the post that I shared with you at the beginning of this call. Again, if you didn't see it or you came on late, they are right here. All right. And I give you examples to go take a look at. Here's the one for buyers, link into the buyer guide. And here's the one for sellers, linking to a seller guide as an Instagram story. So get that done. All right, everybody, have a great one. Hey, last thing, don't forget, somebody signed up the other day and they, we asked, how did you hear about listings to leads? And they said the person's name, but they didn't use their affiliate link. So use your affiliate link. All right, copy link. It's right here. And just give it to somebody if you're going to mention us. There's an email that you can send out. So if you belong to if you got an email list of agents you want to share it with, we pay 15% recurring, no cap, no limit. You can do a social media post. We got a print flyer. So if you're doing like a lunch and learn, maybe you're a coach or a trainer and you want to do a lunch and learn, right? So it's got the QR code going right to your affiliate page. And then you got the link directly that you can give somebody. So yeah, don't forget your affiliate link. I hate it when people sign up without them and they reference, oh yeah, so-and-so told me about you guys. I'm like, all right, well, I would love to have given them some money because then it gets them more excited about sharing that affiliate link. So, all right, do the affiliate link. All right, have a great one. Talk to you soon, everybody.